I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
As the trade deadline quickly approaches, the rumors are flying everywhere, some more realistic than others. One realistic rumor going around lately is the idea of a Clint Capela trade, which is confirmed to be potentially in the works by Adrian Wojnarowski himself. However, I think the idea of trading Clint Capela is a terrible one, and I'll be going over why I believe the Rockets should keep him in today's video. And yes, whilst I am a Rockets fan, I will be trying to stay as unbiased as possible in this video. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content like this, but with that being said, let's talk about Clint Capela.
Lucas.
Clint Capela is having a pretty good year so far, averaging 13.9 points and 13.8 rebounds per game, so basically 14 and 14. 4 of the rebounds he averages per game are offensive rebounds, which is amazing, and he's actually second in the entire league in offensive rebounds per game with 4.3. Capela is also shooting very efficiently from the field, 62% on 10 shots per game. Overall for this season, Clint Capela is having one of his best defensive seasons and probably by far his best rebounding season of his career. He's also constantly improving offensively too. Do I think he's a defensive player of the candidate though, or even an all-star level player? Absolutely not, but that's not to say he's a bad player at all. So, why don't I think the Rockets should trade Clint Capela? First of all, Capela is a great fit in the Rockets system, particularly in the pick and roll. He is also pretty much our only good, reliable, and consistent rebounder and rim protector. This was shown when he didn't play versus New Orleans the other night. The Rockets' tallest player who played was 6'6" in this game, and the Rockets got out-rebounded by about 20. Though they won, it was against the Pelicans, who aren't exactly a title contender. I think in the playoffs against a team like the Lakers, if we don't have Capela, we'd get absolutely crushed on the boards, and rebounds win games, so we'd most likely get blown out in a series like that. Capela is very efficient too inside the paint area and is great at finishing lob passes from Harden and Westbrook. I'd say the only downfall is his lack of three-point shot, but that's not what he's there for in Houston, in my opinion. Another big reason why I don't think the Rockets should trade Capela is the simple fact that the Rockets wouldn't get anything worthwhile back in return for him. The best outcome I see is us getting someone like John Collins or a guy like Andre Iguodala, but if we were to get Iggy, we'd need a center in return too. Still, I'd much rather prefer Capela over them in our system and on our roster. I don't see them giving us an extra boost. I don't see them suddenly turning us into a championship team. So what's the point? By trading Capela, we would literally be doing nothing to help our team. It would be so pointless to me and non-effective that the trade shouldn't have really happened in the first place. That's basically how I view a potential trade with Capela happening. It's just not going to be worthwhile now, and it won't be worthwhile in the long term. Some people have said that Capela needs to be traded from the Rockets because he isn't a great three-point shooter and doesn't help the spacing. This is a fair point, but by trading him for another wing or someone that can shoot, the Rockets are going back to the live by the three, die by the three motto, which has clearly failed in the past. Just look at the 2018 Western Conference Finals for an example. If the Rockets aren't shooting well from 3, they need to get it inside more, and obviously having someone like Capela helps that. Obviously, Westbrook has been very good at dominating without shooting threes, but he can't be the only guy the Rockets rely on when our three-point efficiency goes down the drain. Having a guy like Capela to finish lobs and layups is extremely important, and playing a lineup with every player under 6'6" will not work long term, particularly in the playoffs. For example, just say Westbrook is in the post backing down a smaller guard. The opposition obviously won't want their teammate to get bullied and allow Westbrook an easy layup, so he will attract attention and possibly a double team. Depending on who doubles, Westbrook has two options: kick it out for a 3, or give it off to the big man inside for a layup / alley-oop. Again, it depends on the situation. I just think it would be so much smarter to have a guy like Capela out there for those situations rather than a PJ Tucker or Andre Iguodala or even a lower level center. Hopefully that all makes sense and you're following. Another problem I've seen arise with Capela, according to others, is how he got locked down in the playoffs. Now, he has bounced back this season, but what happens if this happens again? Well, I don't know if Mike D'Antoni knows this because he never plays the kid, but the Rockets have a guy on the roster called Isaiah Hardenstein. If Capela is struggling, he can be replaced for a little while by this kid, who, whilst may not be on the same level as Capela, can still hold his own. Hardenstein is a G League MVP and has had some very impressive performances this year, dropping 19 points in his second ever start for Houston. When the Rockets played New Orleans the other night, I literally have no idea why D'Antoni did not play him. I get we won, but I don't think the Rockets would have allowed 63 rebounds, nor would they have been out-rebounded by 20 if he had just played some valuable minutes. That game was a perfect opportunity for him to gain experience, and again, he has been extremely impressive when he starts. He won the G League MVP for a reason. If Capela is having an off night, Hartenstein will be ready to play some valuable minutes and contribute where he can. I've seen him do it, so has Mike D'Antoni, and I fail to see why he doesn't trust him yet. Again, maybe it's his lack of 3-point shot, I don't know, but Hartenstein does need some more respect on his name and needs some more minutes. So, in summary, here is why I don't think the Houston Rockets should trade Clint Capela. Capela is a great fit in Houston's system and is one of the only capable rebounders and rim protectors on this team. If we trade him for a guy like Steven Adams, sure, that's fine, but for another wing, I fail to see why that is worth it. Even if we do trade him for another big man, I still don't see what the point in that would be when he's already the perfect big man to slide along Westbrook and Harden. Also, Capela doesn't have the most trade value out there, so trading him away does not mean the Rockets will get anything flash in return that would make them instant contenders. Finally, I think some people are still looking back at his playoff failures from last year, but if he does struggle again, we literally have a good young player with a lot of upside who can fill his role nicely. We have proof of it too. At the end of the day, I'm just not sure how a Clint Capela trade would benefit the Rockets at all, and I don't see it making the Rockets any better than they already are. And that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? Should the Houston Rockets trade Clint Capela to you? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.